Hey everybody, and welcome back to Composing a Musical. Every single minute of composing a musical. All of the cool parts and the interesting parts and the super boring parts, which is mostly what creativity is. Boring. But I'm doing it irregardless. So today, yesterday I put together the rough outline right here with all my plot points. And I have my treatment ready. So now what I need to do is I need to fill in some names and places. So I don't put that much stock on this. I know you can read some big articles and philosophies on this, and I just pick names that I like. So I use a random name generator. So Jumper is historically, that's his name. Jumper's boss. I don't have a name for him. So let's do that. So I used this and I pulled it up, random-name-generator-info, and I'm looking for male names, and I'm gonna put 50 in there, and I want it to be kind of average. Generate random names, and then I go down and I look. Let's see here. Roland Hale, that's a good one. Kevin Carlson. I actually know a Kevin Carlson. He's a great guy. Frederick Floyd. You can mix and match these too. Watts. Neil is good. It's a good English name. And I do like Hale. Neil Hale? I like Roland Hale. I'm going with Roland Hale. So I'm going to put this, Roland Hale. Roland Hale, Jumper's boss. Okay, the railway president. Okay, there is a historic name that I want to use, and this story is so old that I can do it. So Jack and Jumper research. Seems like I wrote this down in here. There was a quote from, there's the marketplace. So that goes in there. Okay, so here's the marketplace. I'm gonna now that's a real place, so I can do a little research on that. Let's see, there is a quote from somebody in here. This is it. This is the station too. Amber alert. Sad. I'm not in Carbon County, but there's an Amber alert. Those always make me sad. Okay, let's see here. Let's go with, we need to put places. The signalman station is called this. And they call these, I was doing some reading on this, they call it a signal box. I'm going to put signal box station. Let's find this. There is somebody in here. Here it is. James Edwin Wyde. Oh, that's the name of Jumper. That's Jumper's given name. So let's put that in here. That needs to go in. This is the town, Port Elizabeth. Cape Government Rail opened the first railway line to Port Elizabeth from Cape Town. So the line goes from Port Elizabeth to Port Elizabeth from Cape Town. So let's put that in here. I'm going to put this right here. From Port Elizabeth goes to Port Elizabeth from Cape Town. And Port Elizabeth is the town in which the signal box is located. In Port Elizabeth. Eventually I'm going to create documents for each of these, at least the important ones. Into the market by a young baboon acting as a vorlooper. That's the oxen leader. So let's put that term in here. I like that. I'm going to put something down here called B. And I'm going to put other. Vorlooper is an oxen leader. Because when he finds Jack is a vorlooper. Jumper's White Cottage is about a half mile from the station. $5 p.m. Signal box is what it's called. Signal box. System manager and a delegation consisted. Inspectorate visited the station. So the inspectorate. So let's change that to inspector right here. Railway president, the governor. We'll put a new character in called the inspector. System manager. System manager is his boss. It's called a system manager. And that's Roland Hale. Train the baboon and such. Railway signal. Here's the quote. To sit in his cabin, stuffing birds. Let's see if we can find whoever said that. Oh, here it is. Jack knows the signal whistle as well as I do. Also, every one of the levers, wrote Railway Superintendent George B. Howe, who visited the baboon. George B. Howe. I'm going to put him as... Okay, so let's move this. We're going to put George B. Howe as Jumper's boss, which might not technically be correct. And we'll use this name as the railway pro. We could probably find out who the president is. Let's make that into the governor. Governor Roland Hale. And then we need a name for the ox cart man. I'm going with Irving Man. Not Man, but I like Irving. Let's go with Irving Padilla is the ox cart man. Irving Padilla. All right, now let's see. We need to get, who do we need? Thug 1 and Thug 2. We need some thug names. Black is 2 right on. 2 on point. Let's generate some more. More names, please. Donnie Sparks. I like Donnie Sparks. So we're going to do that. Donnie Sparks. Donnie Sparks, Thug 1. And his sidekick is going to be Bruce. Bruce Mack. Bruce Mack. Thug 2. Bruce Mack. Because of Mack the knife. And because Bruce is just a cool name. Okay, so there we go. Now, the railway president, I bet we could find that out. So the inspector... Yeah. Let's find a name for the inspector. Oh, Luther. Crud. Luther Sparks. Luther Sparks. Thug 1. All right. The inspector. Abel's good. Let's go with Abel. Abel Mills. No, Abel. Oh, I have a meeting in about 15 minutes, so I'm going to keep this going as long as I can. Abel Hughes. Abel Hughes. That's it. So the inspector is Abel Hughes. I wonder if I can find the railway president. So let's say, let's do a search. 1880, 85, or 80s. South African Road Company. South African locomotive history. the 1890s. Let's see what we can find. Cape Midland, Colesburg Junction, Somerset. So these are the added lines. Okay, well, let's try this. 1890s South African Railroad Company President. British South African Company to alienate this land as its owner. I want the railroad. Paul Krueger, who's this guy? Oh, he looks good. Paul Krueger, original name Stephanus Johannes Paulus Krueger, 1825 to 1904, farmer, soldier, statesman. Nope, it's the wrong guy. Oh, maybe I'll just make something up. Oh, this guy might be it. Cecil Rhodes. Financier, statesman, and empire builder of British South Africa. Prime Minister of the Cape Colony. Organizer of the giant diamond mining company. Ooh, this guy, I don't like him because of the subjugation of the people of South Africa. Okay, so let's find it. Railroad. He's a miner. Political. Rhodes never regarded money-making as an end in itself. Painting the map red, building a railway from the Cape to Cairo, reconciling the Boers and British under the British flag, even recovering the American colonies for the British Empire. They were all part of his dream. With those ideas in view, he first went into politics in 1881. I don't know if this is the guy. Cecil Rhodes. Let's see what Wiki has to say about him, though. Mining magnate. Nope. We'll just look in Wiki for South African Railroad. History. (1860, 1859). Don't really need to do this, but oh, here it is. Later railway development was driven by Cecil Rhodes, whose original intention was for a railway extent across Africa. linking British territories of Africa. However, Rhodes was much a capitalist in this motivation as a visionary with little gold was founded in South African Rhodesia. Without government subsidies needed enough to typical. Maybe it is Cecil Rhodes. Though railway lines were also being extended outside of South Africa as far as northern Rhodesia, the vision of Cecil John Rhodes to have a rail system would run from Cape to Cairo would never materialize. Okay, so this guy, I think I am going to use him. Cecil Rhodes. So he is a research... Okay. Cecil John Rhodes. I don't know if he's the railway president, but we'll put him in here. Cecil John Rhodes. That will bring a little bit of historical credibility to the piece. Luther Sparks, governor's sister-in-law. So the governor's Roland Hale. So I got to find a name for the governor's sister-in-law. So let's go back here. We're going to get female names. And her last name is Hale. Winifred's a classic. Verna. Verna Hale. That's it. So I'm going to say that. Verna Hale. That is the 1890 South African version of Karen. Verna. So everybody would probably called these type of women Vernas. Put an O on Luther. Oh, an E on Luther there. Now I need a Cantina Girl, and this is an important name. Amelia's nice. Roxanne's 2 on point. Natasha, no. I'm liking Amelia. So it's her stage name. Amelia Russell. Amelia Osborne. Amelia Russell. That's it. Except Russell's a masculine name. Even though it's in this case, a Amelia Fox. That's 2 on point. Although that's a good stage name. I'm going with Amelia Fox because I can see them announcing her. Gentlemen, Amelia Fox. Amelia Fox. That's a good stage name. So she gave herself that name. Okay, so Jumper, James Edwin Wyde, George B. Howe, Jumper's boss. That's a real one. So I'm going to put over here, real person, because I want to do some research on real people. Cecil Rhodes, this is also a real person. Abel Hughes, the inspector. This is a real person too. And I forgot to put Jack. Jack the baboon. This is a real person or a real animal. Abel Hughes is the inspector. Amelia Fox is the Cantina Girl. Luther Sparks, thug. Bruce Mack, thug 2. Verna Hale, governor's sister-in-law. Wait, who was the governor of Port Elizabeth? So let's find that out. Port Elizabeth, governor. 1880. List of governors. the Cape Colony. Let's get the location. Beth, Google Map. Find out where this place is. All right, so it's right here. Guberha? Okay, so now we go back to the list of governors. That is right down there. So it's right about here. And that's the Cape Colony. So Cape Colony governors. So 1803 to 1804. Getting there. Got to go to the late 1800s. 1880 to 1881. Could be George Strahan. My story takes place in... These guys are governors for a very short time. It's more likely it's Sir Hercules George Robert Robinson. That's the guy. Okay, so I'm going to put him down. He's the actual governor, so let's use the actual governor. Let's grab that name. And we'll learn about him. So instead of Hale, we're going to use this. Clear the formatting. We're going to get the governor involved. Verna Hale, so she needs to be Robinson, A. Robinson. Here's the guy. Maybe there's something in his personal life. He married the Honorable Nia Arthur Ada Rose Amor Mann, fifth daughter of the 10th Viscount Valentia. Lady Robinson was described as a majestic-looking woman. Their daughter, Nora, born in St. Kitts, 1858, married Alexander Finley. St. James. Oh, you know what? I'm going to not do sister-in-law. I'm going to do his daughter, because there's information on her. This vice-regal wedding attracted great interest from the populace and press. A crowd of up to 10,000 onlookers was reported at the guest list, including many of the most important people in the colony. Wedding of Nora Robinson. Okay, Nora Robinson. That's who it is. It's his daughter. So Nora Robinson. Nora Robinson. Governor's daughter. Okay, now I also have a research paper here. And I need to include some links. Okay, let's see. All right, that's all right. I can go down this rabbit hole later. All right, here we go. Now, the other place is the... Okay, so here we go. Jumper, James Edwin Wyde, Jack the Baboon, George B. Howe, Jumper's boss, Cecil. A lot of these players are going to be real people, but I'm going to make stuff up about them. Sorry, dead people. And Nora Robinson. It's not new money. She has old money. Real person, thug, Irving Padilla, the Ox Cart Man. So I still need to name the cantina. The train, that's going to be historical. The signal box, I have that. I need a Uatag. I need to learn how to pronounce that. Uatag. Railroad goes to Port Angeles from Cape Town. And I also need to name, okay, Cantina Railway Company. And the town, I need to get that. Okay, made some good progress here, and my appointment is going to show up any second. So hopefully I have what I need here. Okay, the progress moves forward slowly. So you can see how creativity is a slow, laborious project, not for the weak of stomach. And it is tedious, and when people make something big, like a novel or a movie or whatever, it requires tremendous attention to detail and a tremendous amount of time spent. So that's what maybe you're seeing out of this series of videos. But thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.